Here's how to summon Nightbane in Karazhan for the Burning Crusade. Only one member of your raid group needs to have the Blackened Urn in order to summon Nightbane. Starting things off, you'll need to hit Honored with the Violet Eye, and of course you need to be level 70 and have completed the Karazhan Attunement. If you're wishing to complete this week 1, listen closely as there will be a few crucial steps to achieve this. Starting off, we need that reputation with the Violet Eye. You can choose to do a trash farm inside of the basement area. This is going to be to the right as soon as you zone into the raid. Head in, clear some trash, and then reset the instance until you have the necessary reputation. What I ended up doing with my guild is just clearing through the raid as normal, completing the Violet Eye quest chain, and then just skipping over defeating Shade of Iran as it's a crucial step inside of the quest chain. Once you have honored reputation, the quest Medivh's Journal will be available from Archmage Altaris located outside of Karazhan. Now for the sake of this video, I'm using a cleared instance. You can achieve this by completing the entire raid, and then sometime after, all of the trash will despawn. For Medivh's Journal, we're going to head to the Guardian's Library and speak with this NPC here. This is the room directly after the Curator. Speak with them and complete the quest to get the follow-up in good hands. We're going to head right around the corner and speak to the next Guardian. Complete the quest and get the follow-up, Kamsis, which you will now head to the other Guardian near the library, right around the corner to the right. Speak with Kamsis to complete the quest and get the follow-up, the Shade of Iran. Simply defeat Shade of Iran and loot them from Medivh's Journal. Alright, we're going to head back to Kamsis to turn in the quest, the Shade of Iran, and get the follow-up quest, the Master's Terrace. So from here, we're going to turn around and go towards Curator's room, making our way down this hallway, and then we're going to jump down this flight of stairs all the way until we get to Nightbane's room. You could also use the side entrance door to get here a little bit faster. All we need to do from here is right-click Medivh's Journal to complete the RP event and have the step completed for Journal Entry Read. Head out the side entrance and then jump into the water like I do here. We're going to head back to Archmage Altaris at the front of Karazhan. Turning this quest in, we're going to pick up the follow-up, Digging Up the Past. Located only a couple steps away, we'll need to loot the Charred Bone Fragment. For this quest, you cannot be in a raid group, so be sure to leave your group in order to loot this item. Turning this quest in, we'll get the follow-up, A Colleague's Aid. Next, we'll head to Kalina in Area 52 to turn in the quest and pick up the follow-up, Kalina's Request. For this quest, we'll need to head into 2 separate heroics, Shattered Hall's Heroic and Sethic Hall's Heroic. You'll simply just need to kill the first boss in both dungeons. For Shattered Halls, that's going to be the Grand Warlock, which you will loot the Tome of Dust from. And for Sethic Halls, that's going to be Darkweaver's Scythe, which you will loot the Book of Forgotten Names from. The Shattered Halls boss is pretty straightforward, and you really shouldn't have any trouble defeating them. However, the Sethic Halls boss has given me trouble in the past, and it's mainly due to pushing the boss a little bit early. So the TLDR for this fight is every 25%, the boss will spawn 4 different adds. At those intervals of 75, 50, and 25%, you should stop DPSing the boss, hard focus the adds, and then push the boss to the next percentile. And once you get to 25%, you'll have to make the judgment as a group. You could typically just push the boss and ignore the adds. Maybe sending off an intimidating shout or some kind of AoE fear should do the trick. Depending on how much gear you have, you could probably do this at 50%, kind of similar to what my group did here. However, if you're doing this week 1, I would recommend just killing the adds each time and then potentially ignoring them in the final 25%. Just depends on your group, how much mana your healer has, and things like that. Once you have both items, head back to Area 52, turn in the quest, and pick up the final follow-up, Nightbane, to receive the Blackened Urn. Congratulations, you can now summon Nightbane within the Karazhan raid. After we have one final follow-up for defeating Nightbane, upon defeating Nightbane, you can loot them for the Faint Arcane Essence and get a nice solid purple gem. You'll turn this in outside of Karazhan at Archmage Altaris. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments down below. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I will see you next time.